Hi, Health Safety Nutrition class. This is Heather Hammond-Williams, and I'll be your instructor for the course. This is going to be the summer course, and this is the first time that summer course has been offered for Health Safety Nutrition. There are going to be some different things that we would have to do compared to the regular semesters. One thing that's going to be different is that we're going to be committing the same amount of work in a 6-week period. Students need to consider if this is the best time for them to take the course, since it will be a lot of work in a short period of time. Additionally, students have to start looking for sites early on since it is only a 6-week class. I do have a list together of some options for summer. Please note that some of the requirements are going to be different for each center, and some centers are not open during the summertime. Students do not have to pick all the agencies that I have on the list. They can pick different ones, but they will need to address the agency and tell them the requirements of the class, and I will be contacting the agency too to see if it would be okay for students to observe there. Some sites will need a TB test. A TB test is going to be a negative result, and students can get this done at their doctor's or at a clinic. What's going to happen is you would get pricked by a little needle. It only hurts a little bit, and then you'll come back in a couple days for them to evaluate where you got pricked. They will determine if you have a positive or a negative. You want a negative one. Don't freak out if you get a positive one. Sometimes there's false positives. So you would have to get that cleared. Additionally, a lot of centers are requiring the immunizations. So even though you're not a child, you would still need to have your records of your immunization. So you would need to go track that down and then have proof of that to give to them. Additionally, students need to set up an appointment time to discuss when they're going to be observing and what dates they're going to be observing. Additionally, students will need to contact the directors at the end to let them know that they will, well, you can tell them now, and in the paperwork it's going to say that they have to do an evaluation of the students. Why we're doing this is because sometimes students are not being professional at the agencies, so we have to know that you have to be professional even at the agencies. That means coming on time, stating when you're coming, don't miss and don't call. You need to really take this as a professional opportunity. Additionally, students need to come in at certain times. So if we're requiring students to look at a daily health check, they need to come in when the agency does daily health checks. So please connect with them early on so we can get this established so we can be successful on those projects. Another thing that we need to address for this course is by Friday, I need you to have all the student contracts signed in order to stay enrolled in the class. This is just a form stating that you are aware of your assignments, where they're due, and your expectation of the course and expectations of me. Additionally, you need to have that director form signed by Friday in order to stay enrolled in the class. This is going to be very important because we need to establish those locations very early on because it's going to go quickly during the summer semester. We will have chapter reflections, which I did do a video on that if you want to go find those. And you'll get an assigned question and you have to respond to it. The key thing is to cite an APA, the textbook, reference the textbook at the bottom, and have a response from 1 to 2 pages. It needs to be in depth so I can understand that you understood what the chapter was talking about. Some questions are going to be more vague, so you can more opinion based, and some of them are going to ask direct questions that you'll have to respond to. Additionally, we are going to have activities, and the activities are going to vary depending on which one we're doing. Some are going to be discussion posts where you're going to respond to questions and you'll have to respond to a classmate, and some of the activities are going to be creating a handout. Creating a handout is going to be very beneficial because when you start working in the field, you're going to start creating many of those for the families. So it needs to be visually appealing, it needs to be, proofread, it needs to have factual information, it needs to have graphics. Think about if you were a parent, would you want to read it? So that's going to help your score on that one too. Additionally, we're going to have our menu assignment, which I have a video already posted on that, and then we're going to have our health and our safety regulation project. I am creating a video on that shortly and I'll be posting that soon, but those are big point assignments that you really need to focus on and really consider all the feedback. I have samples up, I have key things to look at, I have a grading rubric. So to be successful, look at all that information to really help you. Additionally, right now I'm creating e-lectures to kind of talk about key points of each chapter to kind of post online to help everyone out. So I really want to address that this class is going to be really fun, but it is going to require a lot of work. If you're not a child development major or not trying to get a permit, I really don't think it would be the best class to take as an elective, especially for such a short period of time. But if you want to stay with us, the more the merrier. I do appreciate for you guys to all to be here, but I really want us to look at our options for the class. Additionally, we need to kind of discuss how to be successful. So I have a lot of key things on there to help you to be successful. I'll be sending you weekly, probably more than weekly, announcements to kind of keep everyone on page to know what's expected. So you need to be on Blackboard pretty often and look over those announcements to really help you with doing well in this class. Additionally, we'll have different opportunities to get extra credit. Please see the syllabus on that. I really want to address that online classes are great. They're really fun. It's very helpful. I'm a mother of 3, so if I was a student, it'd probably be best for me too. I didn't do my education when I was a parent, which I give all my parents in the class, much respect because it's a hard thing to do with young children. Mine are right now taking a nap, and that's the only way this video is getting done. So with that being said, really think about time management, how to do that. One of the benefits is, you can work at your own pace. I have everything up, so if you want to work ahead, please do so. However, one of the downfalls is communication. So if there's an error on something, sorry about that, and you're not really understanding the instructions, you need to reach out to me. I will have weekly office hours. If they don't work for you, please let me know a better time and maybe we could work that out. And we could still do the collaborations where it'd be a virtual online so you could see, we could just make it a different time. So just let me know and just send me emails. I'm really quick with emails. If you send me messages on Blackboard, that's great too. I don't check that as often. So, if you need something done really quickly, send me an email and I'll get back to you very quickly. So really communicate with me. Let me know what's going on. If you have questions, you don't understand something, really communicate so we can really be successful. Understand that most of the time it's a question that somebody else has too and they just haven't asked it yet. So just ask me and I'll get back to you very quickly. And sometimes if it's such a good question, I'm going to post it on the announcement to help everyone out. So once again, this is Heather Hammond-Williams. I hope we have a great summer semester and please bear with us. It's going to be a lot of work in a short period of time, but we can do it. Have a nice day, you guys.